Ordinary people talk about pursuing happiness. Actually, it is a misguided approach in life. It's like chasing after shadows. The real issue is not about pursuing happiness. It's about eliminating our suffering. Ordinary people, when they're not happy, they would go seek ways to distract themselves from their unhappiness by taking a drink, by amusing themselves. That's all they do. They simply are distracting themselves. The source of their unhappiness is still there. Whereas in Buddhism, the philosophy in Buddhism is you should dare look at your suffering, the nature of happiness. If you understand the nature of happiness, what makes you unhappy, then you are drawing upon your innate ability to rise above it. All of us have this ability to effectively solve our problems if we spend enough time looking at it. So what is the basis of the Buddhist meditation practice? The principle is do not look the other way. If you are unhappy, again, the Buddhists don't call it unhappiness. It's more precise for us. We call it suffering. What is making you suffer? So this chant practice here, we don't cower from our unhappiness. We dare look at our suffering. By looking at our suffering, you will be able to resolve your suffering. In Buddhism, we teach you, we train you to learn how to look at your suffering. In particular, look at the source of your suffering. What is making you suffer? If you allow your suffering to burn itself out, the suffering will end. It's just like the firewood will burn itself out. That's all. That's one way. The other way, when you become more advanced, you'll be able to see more clearly what's making you suffer. And all you have to do is remove the cause of that suffering. The suffering dissipates and disappears, which is a lot faster than waiting for it to burn itself out. 2 ways, that's all, to solve your unhappiness, to solve your suffering. So Chan is a methodology that will teach you to how to overcome it and rise above it and draw upon your own resources to rise above this suffering and get rid of it. When you go through this Chan meditation training, when we learn to endure your suffering, guess what happens? You become stronger mentally. Where else can you go in this world where you learn how to make yourself stronger mentally? Because that's what it takes for you to rise above your suffering. If you are willing to endure the suffering, the training is to endure your suffering. More specifically, we teach you to cross your legs. And when you cross your legs, it constricts your blood vessels, and therefore you will experience discomfort and pain. And that's a very artificial process. And this is Buddha's wisdom. And if you're willing to endure that, what you don't realize that that process there is proven for thousands of years, for all of our students, is proven to help them become stronger physically and mentally. And that's a building block for you to be able to overcome your suffering. You have to be stronger. All right? Does it make sense? You become stronger, and you become stronger and stronger, and that's what happens. It's like someone punching you, suffering, and someone punching you. It hurts, right? You're suffering, it hurts. If you endure this long enough, guess what happens? You become numb to it. Now they have to hit you harder. But guess what? They cannot hit you harder. Your endurance increases, but their strength does not increase, right? So therefore, you see, fundamentally, when you learn through undergo this training, you become stronger physically and mentally. Whereas what making you suffer is still at this level, same level. That's why you'll be able to rise above it and it no longer bothers you. And so physically, you taught this training here, where it starts first with physical. We ask you to cross your legs and endure this discomfort here. What's magical about it in a China world is that it makes you stronger, makes you healthier, increases your stamina, increases your patience, increases your endurance, makes your body more flexible. All those are real benefits. But ultimately, it's a process that makes your mind stronger. When your mind's stronger, your body is stronger, is healthier. It's that simple. And that's how you will be able to eventually put an end to your suffering.